All you need is a positive attitude. Have you heard this before? If you could just have a positive attitude, we're going to talk about this. I say you need something that is more powerful. I'm Stephanie Oden, the host of the Quiet Impact podcast, where we nurture, inspire, equip, ignite, and empower introvert leaders and business owners just like you who are making waves quietly and with impact. In a world that's often too loud and too noisy, we know the true power lies in the quiet essence of what we achieve. In today's episode, we're going to explore a concept that challenges that belief that attitude is everything. We're going to look at something a little bit different. And I get to use one of my favorite words, neuroplasticity. So let's dig in, shall we? We're not shy, timid, or needing to be fixed. We are an introvert, and that is our superpower. Introverted AFF. Absolutely fabulous and feisty. Have you heard this before? All you need is a positive attitude. As if having a positive attitude alone could just fix everything. I say a positive attitude is not enough. And I'm going to go more into that. And make sure to head over to my website, get a copy of the Success Pillars for Quiet Achievers. It's a resource that's designed for you to support your journey to the next level of who you want to be. Just think positive, they said. A PMA, that's all you need to be successful. I've heard it for years. You've heard it too. We've subscribed to it. And I'm not saying we don't need a positive attitude, but that thought that an attitude is everything, uh, mm, uh, let me drop some wisdom on you. Mindset is greater than attitude. The number one reason why some people are more successful than others is mindset. Your mindset, more than anything else, will lead you to the success that you want. Here's why, and I'm not making it up. My favorite term, neuroplasticity, meaning that the brain has the opportunity to create pathways that get more of what it's been told and more of what it's been looking for. I know that's a really simplified way of talking about it, but it's just cool stuff. So, according to the findings in neuroscience, and they looked at the brain, what you think and how you think most often wires the brain to succeed or fail. So, the right mindset wires your brain to succeed. The wrong mindset wires your brain to fail. Crazy, right? Crazy. But look, one of the things that they did is they took some imaging of the brain and they were looking at how your thinking actually changed the structure of the brain. This is good stuff. Lean into this. You're going to love this. When you think positive, you wire more connections on the left prefrontal cortex of the brain. So if you reach up and you tap up here, just above the eyebrow, that's the part of the brain that helps you look for solutions, helps you overcome problems, and really gets you into action. So when you're in a positive mindset, you're making your brain stronger and you're wiring it for connection, and you're actually wiring your brain to succeed. On the other hand, when you think negative, it's over here. That's the right side of your brain. That part of the brain causes you to give up, to have fear, to drop out, avoid taking action, or fail. Wow. I know. Maybe I'm the only one geeked out about how cool that is. But a negative mindset literally wires your brain to fail. And even if we didn't do, what's left prefrontal and what's right prefrontal, even if we didn't do that, it still remains that if you think positive repetitively, your brain rewires itself for positive. If you think negative repetitively, your brain rewires itself for negativity and rewires itself for failure. And it all comes down to repetition, repetition, repetition. One of the best way to rewire the brain with a success mindset is to talk to yourself. Who knew? Talk to yourself. Talk to yourself because yourself is listening. So 15 minutes, 5 minutes in the car, talk to yourself. This will help to rewire your brain for the positive. Repetition. Remember, I said that because your brain is listening. Even when you don't feel like being positive, you can take the scripture that reminds us to take every thought captive and engage in daily positive self talk. That's going to help you reinforce a success oriented mindset. However, your mindset is a commitment and it's stronger than a motivation and it's stronger than an attitude. It's an intentional decision to take my thoughts captive and make it personal. Make sure you get your copy of the Success Pillars for Quiet Achievers because there's some tools in there that you can leverage and use to help you with this whole mindset thing. Let me give you 7 things that will help you become better at a commitment mindset. The first one is commit to beginning. Commit to beginning. Beginning to do what you've never done to become what you've never been. That has to happen. You have to begin. I've heard it before. I mean, see if I can get it right. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to become great. Second one, when it comes to reinforcing your mindset commitment, is commit to thinking. What if Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, what if he was right? What if there really was something to Isaac Newton's question on how he discovered gravity? I thought about it all the time. What about Ralph Waldo Emerson? We become what we think about all day long. And then the proverb, for as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Commit to thinking. And you can capture your thoughts on paper. The resource on the website, great for that. Then the third one, commitment to giving. Giving makes you bigger than you are. And it's not a matter of how much you give. I do know the more you give, the more you pour out, the more life will be poured into you. And you think about, well, what are you thankful for? What have you been given? And even in our lowest, we have a lot. Now, I am not saying give from an empty cup. That's something that has been taught, like give until it hurts. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about making sure your cup is full so you're giving from the overflow. So you have a saucer, you have a cup, and it overflows. Like you're giving from that overflow so you never run out. One of the things I'll challenge you, Wealth Wednesday is what I called it. I got it from one of my mentors. On Wednesdays, take a time, do something nice for someone who has no idea that you did it, and it's a way for you to pour into them. How about that? It can be something simple. It could be as simple as prepaying in a vending machine, or leaving money in a grocery bag, or putting money up under the little formula lid in a store, or just paying it forward. You know how you pay for the order behind you and stuff like that. That still works because it impacts your mindset. It's a commitment to giving, and the more you give, it comes back to you. I know it comes back to you. And it's not about the amount. When I started that, I literally only had $1. I literally only had $1 in my budget to be able to give away. Now I have more than I can give. Commitment to live authentically you. Like really lean into living a life, laughing, loving, and thinking about the legacy. What will be the legacy of you? Will people feel better because you showed up as you and you allowed them to be comfortable being themselves and being authentic in that place. That's another way to commit to mindset. And then the fifth one, commit to becoming. Becoming is amazing. Like, what are you in the process of becoming? The journey is the becoming. And the way you can get there is taking your mindset and continuing to grow and develop and look for ways and opportunities for what's in you to be expressed out of you. Like, how are you designing and creating and planning and beginning the success for your life? Because life is going to keep going forward. You get a say in it. You get to choose. Dive into personal development so you can unlock some of those keys. Definitely get a coach. I think everybody needs a coach to some level. But hey, you do you. The journey is becoming the best version of yourself. And sometimes you have to get other input to help you get out of the way, because you're only looking at things from that you've been through, that you're only able to see that until you get another perspective that you're able to see. Okay. Commit to leading yourself. Lead from the heart. Whether or not you visibly guide others, someone is watching you. Even if you blaze your trail quietly, the impact of your leadership resonates. Lead from the heart, whether or not visibly others are recognizing you. They do see you, though. And then number 7, commit to noting your wins. Understand that victory isn't about just the outcome. It's not. It's about who you are becoming in the process and nurturing the mindset that adapts and triumphs with the challenges. Some will say it doesn't matter whether you win or lose. It does matter. Well, actually, it doesn't matter until you lose. Then you realize how much you rather win. But if we reframe that win to the outcome isn't the win, the journey is the win, the steps along the way is the win, how you are evolving is the win, the lives that are impacted because of how you show up is a win. That's a commitment to winning. That is the mindset it takes to win. And every day becomes a win. Those are the 7. Mindset does matter. And your commitment to a growth mindset is personal and it's transformative, especially when you cultivate it on purpose, in purpose. Let me know what you thought about today's episode.
Dreamers, fighters, leaders, achievers, world changers, introverted AFF.
That's it for this episode of the Quiet Impact Podcast. Thank you for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure. Let me know any insights that you had from this episode. I would love to hear your takeaways. Remember to head to my website, grab a copy of the Success Pillars for Quiet Achievers. It's a resource I created for you. And join us next week. Thank you for watching, listening, and subscribing. See you next time.